And the cars are coming out now. It's a wet and dismal scene, really, but still a great sense of excitement in the air. This is Bathurst, the only race of its kind in the world. Absolutely unique, and it's certainly run on one of the world's great tracks.
All pit crew must clear the grid at the 1 minute ball. All pit crew must clear the grid at the 1 minute ball.
The field will soon be on its way in the 1972 Hardie Ferodo 500. Flag should be dropping any moment.
Battle of the big three, it's Moffat, leading at the end of lap 1. Second is French. Brock is next in the Torana, which means Gibson and Goss have slipped back in their Falcons. Bond is third, then Moore. XL bend again, where you saw them come over the hump in a wall of spray. Moffat, closely followed by French. A slight gap to Brock in the first hold. Then Bond and Moore with their lights on. French has gone down the escape road. That lets Brock into second. Bond third, Moore fourth. Here comes French. He must have gone down the escape road at the end of the straight. That shows you how slippery it is, because French is no mean driver. Through the cutting, second time up the mountain. Still Moffat.
Okay, fellows, we'll follow Colin Bond around this time. Stand by NBN. OB2.
Well, we've picked up Colin Bond in the Holden dealer team Torana.
I've got him down the bottom. He's coming around Mountain Straight now. He's coming up the
This
mountain.
is the man who won the 69 500 in the Monaro.
Look at Bondy.
And he's gone.
Bondy's
crashed.
gone. Look.
Oh,
Oh,
Morgan, look, Colin Bond has crashed at Reed Park.
Stand by, Studio D. We'll have a replay of this crash. Stand by.
Now, here's the replay. Look, he just seems to understeer straight off the track. Could be the wind. Hits the barrier. Goes onto his roof. Slides across the track. Rolls back on his wheels. It looks as though he hits a drain or an obstruction of some kind because he goes again. This is a bad one. That could be an N for N. I think he must have hit a patch of wood.
And Brock's got him. Slipped through on the run down to Forest Elbow. Moore's looking for a way past too. The Falcon's definitely slower across the top where it's treacherously slippery. Moffat will pull out the stops down the straight. Now let's see who leads past the pits. Yes, it's Moffat again. He might be taking it easy up the top, but on the straight, he's giving the V8 all it's got. Up the top again, Reed Park. Brock held up by traffic a little, and Moore's gone. Must have spun somewhere. There's Gibson with Shivers in the Charger, giving him a hard time.
Picking up Fred Gibson in a moment in the Works Falcon. He's a fair way down after a moment on that slippery first lap.
Gibbo's going.
And look, he's gone. Gibson's
Hey,
wrong.
look, he's still going. Hey, look,
real
that
thing.
car's just missed him.
That was a fearful accident. The Falcon took a real hammering, but Gibson stayed with the car, and his harness should have saved him from any injury. Yes, there he is. He's all right. You'll notice how the roll cage protects him.
That's great. Stand by, Studio D. Let's do a
First
replay
one
in slow
now,
motion.
Gibson.
Thank you.
Two drivers
Roll
out.
it when you're ready.
You'll notice that he's all by himself,
There we go.
which means he simply had a lose. That no one pushed him.
What's this, crane?
The car rolls side to side, and right at the finish, he's completely upside down and hanging in midair.
Look, right on the top. Crunch.
Moffat spun. He's up a bank at Reed Park, near where Bond went. That's two quick body blows to Ford. Gibson crashes, and now Moffat in trouble. That puts Brock and the Holden Torana into first place, because French has called into the pits with tyre trouble. The Works Torana has hit the number 1 slot. There's Moffat and Moore in close company. Moffat still in second, Moore holding down third place. Brock safely in first place. Moffat doesn't seem to be gaining on him that much, but the weather's definitely finding up, and once the track dries, the Falcon will cut into the deficit. But Moffat's coming in, and it's not a scheduled stop. He's quite a few laps early. The car might be in trouble. Yes, it's tyres. This is bad luck for team manager Marsden. Gibson gone, and now Moffat in trouble. Moffat's got the capacity to make up the leeway because it doesn't look like a long stop, but it must be galling sitting there while Brock and the other front runners get further ahead. They're bringing Peter Brock in for his first pit stop. It's lap 47, and it should take about a minute and a half to change tyres and take on a full load of fuel. He's still holding first, but this is where he could lose the lead.
How's it going, Pete? Going well?
Brakes are just getting bedded in. Very nice.
We've had the clock on this one, and it looks as though Brock will be out in about 1:35. No, it's 1:36. There he goes in second slot. Shivers, driving a consistent race and holding off from making a pit stop, is in third. French is holding down fourth. And here comes Moffat. He's got the boot down in fifth and climbing back. Gagan has pitted. Brock's back in the lead, but we've just heard that he's also been penalised a minute for a refuelling miscue. Moffat's in for his second stop. He's got to within 12 seconds of Brock, but the stop will drop him back another 2 minutes. So, to be with Brock at the flag, he's going to have to drive even harder. Let's watch this stop. There's Brock, the leader, still nicely out in front, but French is closing the gap, although he's still got that one pit stop to go. And here's drama, an unscheduled stop by Moffat. Last time in, he was complaining about the Falcons' brakes, and this could be the reason for him bringing the car in so soon. Yes, it looks as though the mechanics are checking out the system. No effort to change tyres. No one's worrying about topping up the fuel tank. I'd say that this stop could develop into a lengthy one. That'll mean the end of Moffat's chances of taking the 500 from Brock. Very disappointing moment for the Ford Works driver. After his early troubles, he was consistently making up ground. This looks as though it will put paid to his chances. And look at this. The race just about run, and drama in front of the pits. Murray Carter has put his Falcon into the fence at Murray's, and he doesn't know that the bodywork is ripping into the tyre. He'll be lucky to get around the track, and he has to do that. Regulations say he can't back up. Carter's made it in. Look at that tyre, shredded to pieces, and look at that battered bodywork. Mechanics are rushing in to get him out on the track again because Carter has the capacity to finish around about 10th. Driven a sure and steady race. It must be galling to be sitting in the pits like this with mechanics tearing at the car. And they're hacking at it too. There's no time for niceties now. There's some bodywork in the road, so the mechanics are chopping it off. It's the quickest way. There's a good look at the ruined tyre. The Holden dealers team pit is making certain that Brock realises that French is in the runner-up slot, and that as long as the purple Falcon doesn't pass him, he's got the 500.